glorious morning, everybody. We're working out the tech. We're here. It's Palm Sunday. Going to be with you for a few minutes. This is morning coffee and a poem, an unexpected way to be inspired. And tell me if you have a coffee mug that you're convinced that your coffee or your tea absolutely tastes better in. Do you have that mug? You're like, I got to have that mug. I got to have that cup. Maybe it's a go cup. But let's see if we can get inspired today. It's Palm Sunday for many folks in the world. I have a poem that is apropos, and I think it's going to speak to you. So I'm going to get to that in a minute. Just give it a moment. I got some folks joining here on TikTok. We got Facebook. We got YouTube. So, hey, I want to welcome you, and I hope this finds you smiling. I hope that you're feeling maybe you are opening up to spring. You've already felt it. You're opening up to the new season, but maybe you're still caught in the transition. Maybe you got something from the past that's kind of pulling on you. But let's see what we can open up today. I want to do my best here to serve you this morning. And I got the Get Free, Stay Present, Move Forward mug here that we're sporting. That's my favorite mug. I got some Four Sigmatic coffee, although they're not my sponsor yet. Four Sigmatic coffee. It's got adaptogens in it. It's really good. All right, here we go. So I've been really delving into Rumi, and you can just get, it's worlds. It's endless. But let me share. This one's really spot on. It's called Spring. It's called Spring. And then I may have a bonus for you if you're good, if you behave. Good morning, everybody. I'm glad you're here. Okay, here we go. It's called Spring. It's dated for today, March 24th. It's from this book, A Year with Rumi, a book by Coleman Barks. Coleman Barks is really been credited for making Rumi popular, especially in the United States. Again, the violet bows to the lily. Again, the rose is tearing off her gown. The green ones have come from the other world, tipsy like the breeze up to some new foolishness. Again, near the top of the mountain, the anemone's sweet features appear. The hyacinth speaks formally to the jasmine. Peace be with you. And peace be to you, lad. Come walk with me in the meadow. The friend is here like water in the stream, like a lotus on the water. The ring dove comes asking, where is the friend? With one note, the nightingale indicates the rose. Many things must be left unsaid because it is late. But whatever conversation we have not had tonight, we will have tomorrow. Can you discover some inspiration in this? Can you discover something that resonates with you? And I may have a bonus for you as well. Hey, Mandy, I'm glad you're here this morning. We got Mandy Robinson on here. She's a well-known poet from Canada. She has a book called Catalyst Poetry. And then we have TikTok. We got You're a Poet. Me too. So Laura, glad you're with us this morning. And I'm not sharing any of my poetry today. I'm just sharing some other poets, mostly Rumi. And yesterday I shared Rudyard Kipling, Rudyard Kipling. If you are on TikTok, I don't repost this show on TikTok. If you go over to Facebook and you look up Austin James Haynes, you'll find the previous shows. So I kind of started this to see where it goes. And, so Mandy is saying we should never leave things unsaid. So this last line, many things must be left unsaid because it is late. But whatever conversation we have not had tonight, we will have tomorrow. So what do you think about that? Because I'm hearing what Mandy's saying. We should never leave things unsaid. But let's see if we can go a little deeper into this. Let's see if we can go a little deeper into this. And what I say is, think about the human experience. And isn't there, as much as we try, right? Isn't there always things left unsaid? Isn't there like this yearning? Do you feel that what I'm talking about? Do you feel this yearning, longing, wanting? So thank you on TikTok. I got one heart. So let me know if you like this. I'm asking for feedback because I want to know if you like it. If you like it, let me know. If you love it, let me know. You know, there's another thing that I could have shared today. Gosh, maybe I will. Maybe I will. I'll go down and get it. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to wrap up the Facebook Live. I'll keep the TikTok going. And if you want to go over to TikTok, you can find me over there. I'll keep it live because I can do more things on TikTok. I can play music without getting my hand slapped for copywriting stuff. So I can have a little bit more freedom there. So if you will hang with us, I'll read the poem again for those of you that joined. I don't want to leave you hanging. I'm doing my best here. And I definitely invite you to follow. This has inspired me really deep. And I say that poetry has created a vehicle for me to express the deepest parts of myself that otherwise would have died when my physical body dies, or would die when my physical body dies. And that's deep. So we got Jordan Thomas on here, another poet. We got Kay Gibbons on here. Oh, okay. Kay, since you're on here, I am going to share the poem "A Bee in Autumn" because we're going to be doing an auction on that. And I have it here somewhere. Let's see if we got any comments. Let me read the poem again because I know some folks jumped in late. It's a poem by Rumi. It's called Spring. Let's read it again. See if you can draw something from it. Again, the violet bows to the lily. Again, the rose is tearing off her gown. The green ones have come from the other world, tipsy like the breeze, up to some new foolishness. Again, near the top of the mountain, the anemone's sweet features appear. The hyacinth speaks formally to the jasmine. Peace be with you. And peace to you, lad. Come walk with me in the meadow. The friend is here like water in the stream, like a lotus on the water. The ringdove comes asking, where is my friend? With one note, the nightingale indicates the rose. Many things must be left unsaid because it is late. But whatever conversation we have not had tonight, we will have tomorrow. You know, this has got a lot of depth to it. As I'm reading it a second time, let me see if I got all your messages. All right, Jordan, I see you on it. So Jordan went from Facebook to TikTok. Have a beautiful Sunday, Mandy. Thank you. God bless. As you know, it's interesting because sometimes winter encroaches early or stays late. It's interesting. So maybe this is referring to the many things must be left unsaid because it is late. There's a lot of depth in that, right? Like, what can you draw from that? I'm going to pause. Just give you a moment to like, what are you thinking and feeling? think about it. In the North Hemisphere, we're getting ready for spring. In the Southern Hemisphere, right, they're embracing autumn. So how are you feeling? Oh, thank you. I don't know what just happened, but thank you, Jordan. Thank you, my friend. Wow. See, I don't know how all this works. Eventually I'll get it working. So we have coffee and a poem. We're going to go a little longer this morning because I want to share this poem that we're doing something with. And my name's Austin. And the story goes, I worked for a Fortune 500 company for 19 years. And in the middle of my best year, I resigned to follow a calling. But then somewhere on that road, poetry found me. And I've become a poet. So I'm sharing this, a morning coffee and a poem to feed your heart and soul. Like, what are you doing to feed your heart and soul? It's Palm Sunday. So many of you are going to be celebrating that. I'm going to be getting with my family today. We have a kind of a family reunion happening today, which I'm grateful for. You know, every season must change. Every season must come to an end. If you find yourself in an extended winter, maybe you've been in an extended winter and you're wondering, when is the spring? When will I see the buds on the trees of my life? When will I see the flower? You know, sometimes the answers don't come when we want them to. Sometimes we're waiting for spring. We're longing. We're yearning. But as you find in much of Rumi's poetry, that can be the beautiful state as well. So let me share. I got a bonus poem for you here. I got two of them. They're short. These are Rumi's. Then I'll share the A Bee in Autumn, tell you that story if you want to hang on for a little story. And happy Palm Sunday for those that celebrate. The flowers are saying, Kay is saying, the flowers are saying, don't worry, we can converse tomorrow. Beautiful interpretation. So that's a beautiful interpretation. Many things must be left unsaid because it's late, but whatever conversation we have not had tonight, we will have tomorrow. The flowers are saying, don't worry, we can converse tomorrow. All right. You have said what you are. I am what I am. Your actions in my head here in my hands, thing circling inside. I have no name for what circles so perfectly. I have no name for what circles so perfectly. As I said last night, there's a world without words that feeds your heart and soul. There's a world without words that feeds your heart and soul, but the words point to that world. The words point to that world. A secret turning in us makes the universe turn. Head unaware of feet. The feet, head, neither cares. They keep turning. They keep turning. All right, so let's give a poem for those that are in the Southern Hemisphere. Is it over here? All right, give me a second. All right. So we covered spring. We're going to cover autumn for the Southern Hemisphere. Many of you can see this. We'll see. I'll show it up here first. Be in autumn. So the story goes, this is a poem I wrote in the autumn of last year. It's called A Bee in Autumn. And I'm going to read it to you. And then I'll tell you the story behind it. And also this beautiful painting. A Bee in Autumn. A bee in autumn, a late flower blooms, a solo traveler sucking every drop of nectar, even though death looms. Blissfully present, oblivious to winter's specter. I got to turn it on an angle because I got a glare here. But we're auctioning this off. This is a poetic art expression. It's going for a cause. There's a friend of mine who was diagnosed with ALS 31 years ago. She was given 6 months to live. 31 years ago. She beat the odds. She's lived with ALS for 31 years. She's worked, she's had children, the whole thing. But recently she got displaced from her job through the pandemic. And it's really an inspirational story. Like, she needs like a movie about her life, because I can't, it's just hard to wrap your head around. Given 6 months to live, 31 years later, you still have the disease that you were diagnosed with and you're alive. But you had a job, you get laid off during the pandemic. And then what happens is you exhaust your money. You can't pay for your place that you're living anymore. So now you're looking for help. So we're auctioning this off. We're going to start at $500. We're not doing that now. I'm not doing that now, but we will be doing that. So stay tuned. And we're starting it at $500 for this. The money is going to go to Candace Donovan, who I just talked about. It's going to help her get a home. We want to help her get a home. And so the poem was donated by me, but the painting, see the bumblebee? That was painted by Kay Gibbons, who found me on TikTok. She painted this a year ago, so she donated her painting for this cause. So you have the poem by me, the painting by Kay Gibbons. See it at the bottom? So stay tuned as to when we're going to be doing that auction. It'll be on a Saturday. So I don't have the date in front of me, but it's going to be on a Saturday. So I want to thank you for joining me today. My name's Austin. I'll keep the TikTok room open. I'm going to close out Facebook so I can play some music. And if you like this, I'll keep it going. Let me know. We'll do it every morning. So I need to hear from you. All right. Bye, Facebook, YouTube.